Westmark. Thanks again for watching my video blog this week. I brought in another real estate professional this week, and her name is Lori Weaver, and she's with Title Smart. And she does the vast majority of my closings. And welcome, Lori.
Thank you, Steve, for having me.
Well, Lori, in the transaction, there's two people that are involved. One is the seller and one is the buyer. And starting with the buyer, what are the things that you need to deal with to help the buyer through the transaction?
Steve, that's a really great question. It's always exciting buying a new home for any buyer, whether it's your first home or a second, third, fourth home. The best thing that I can say for that is to ensure you free and clear title to that property. So we work closely with Steve as well as your loan officer to ensure that all your costs are disclosed to you, as well as making sure all items are cleared from the title in order to present you with a clear title to your home.
And I know in the area of dealing with sellers, the biggest problem I do have to deal with and have you help me with is the area of the seller. What are the things that you help the seller with through the process of getting their home closed?
Well, Steve, with the sellers, again, we're still trying to make sure that title is clear for the buyer. Sometimes I also represent the buyer, but the buyer's title company will provide the title work, and that will show me what I need to clear off and provide the buyer the free and clear title. So I work with the seller to get their payoff information, maybe help clear old mortgages, anything that might show up on title work that would prevent the closing. We work with the seller to make sure that's done and expedite closing.
A couple of new areas in our marketplace over the last 3-4 years is the areas of bank-owned and short sales. So Lori, what things do you do to help people through those types of transactions?
Steve, in today's market, as you said, that is a really, really great question. And I do actually do a lot of work with clients who are in a short sale situation or perhaps purchasing a bank-owned property. They do require a little bit more detail work. They're trying times, there's patience required, and we work really closely with both buyers and sellers in that instance to make sure everything goes according to plan.
Well, Lori, thanks so much for coming in today, and I couldn't do what I do in real estate if it wasn't for Lori helping me getting through the transactions. So thanks so much for coming in today, Lori.
Thank you so much, Steve, for having me.